Good evening to one and all. I request all of you to please keep your phone on silent mode. Thank you for your cooperation. On behalf of the Embassy of India in Kuwait, I welcome you all to the curtain raiser for the 17th Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas. A warm welcome to the Chargé d'Affaires, Srimati Smita Patil, participants of PBD, members of all Indian associations in Kuwait, and media fraternity. Let us know more about the 17th Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas in today's exclusive program. May I now invite Srimati Smita Patil, Chargé d'Affaires of the mission, to deliver her remarks on this occasion. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Misbah. Namaste, good evening to all of you. Happy to see many faces here as well in the Embassy Auditorium, though mainly we are having this program as virtual interaction. Office bearers and members of Indian community associations, Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Awardee Shri Rajpal Tyagiji, media persons and my colleagues. Let me begin by thanking you all for joining us virtually and also physically here in such large numbers. I am delighted to warmly welcome you all to today's virtual interaction. Today's curtain raiser for the 17th Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas is a part of our efforts to bring to the Indian community in Kuwait all the necessary information and details about this year's Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas, or PBD as we call it. By now, you all know that it is being held from 8th to 10th January in Indore, Madhya Pradesh. As you are aware, the word Pravasi means a traveler, a migrant. Our civilization has forged timeless links with lands near and far, with learned men and women, warriors and seekers as well, taking the message of India and Indianness to the world. That is why we see the reflection of our philosophy, imprints of our architecture, and footprints of our trade and commerce in East as well as the West. The very place where we are sitting today, Kuwait, has been linked with India and migrant or Pravasi Indians for more than 200 years now. This is often a two-way exchange which enriches both the sides and changes irreversibly both the parties in ways more than one, and we are all aware of it constantly in our daily lives here. We have always valued our diaspora abroad, but it is in the last 2 decades specifically, and in the last few years to be more precise, that the government of India has engaged intensively and comprehensively as well as regularly with diaspora abroad. India's diaspora is one of its most important strengths today, and we in the government of India recognize it and cherish and value it, and we value each one of our diaspora members abroad. It was in 2003 that the first Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas was held, and since then, this convention of Indians all over the world returning to India to connect, network, and reinvigorate themselves and their links with India is only growing bigger and grander with every edition. The 17th Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas Convention will be held in Indore, Madhya Pradesh from 8th to 10th January, as I just said, and I'm sure this will be the largest of all the PBDs held so far. It is truly a special occasion. The External Affairs Ministry of India, the entire government of India rather, and of course the Madhya Pradesh state government will all be there, as well as will be the numerous other industry, trade and business associations and other organizations will also be part of this Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas Convention. Today, on behalf of the Embassy of India, Kuwait, let me extend a special invitation to all our associations here in Kuwait, as well as the members of Indian associations in Kuwait, to be part of this year's Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas Convention in Indore. It is an opportunity and an occasion unlike any other, and let me briefly highlight for you why this is so. And let me also add what is in it for each one of you. As we are aware that many of you have already registered, but many of you are still thinking about what this PBD is and are yet to take their decisions. So I just wanted to bring to you all that you need to know to make that decision. First of all, this PBD in physical format is happening after 4 long years. The 2021 PBD was virtual and it was in much smaller scale, as you can imagine. This means this will be a unique in-person opportunity, a large gathering of Indians and Indian origin persons from literally every country on the globe. For those of you who will be there, I'm sure, like those of you who have registered, I'll request you to find a way to note and check how many countries are represented there in Indore, and I'm sure you will note and you will find that the entire globe will be covered, right from Fiji to Suriname to Chile and Iceland. Those are just the examples, and of course the region of Gulf will be in majority there, as we can imagine, and some other countries like USA, UK, Malaysia, South Africa, for example, which are the hub of Indian diaspora abroad. As is often the practice, Honorable Prime Minister inaugurates the convention, which will happen this time also. A global dignitary at the level of head of state or head of government, a president or a prime minister is often the chief guest of honor for this convention, which will also be the case this time. And it is happening for the first time in Amrit Kal, this auspicious period of 25 years of vision and action before the centennial celebration of Indian independence in 2047. The theme, as you have seen on the banner, is Diaspora, Reliable Partners for India's Amrit Kal. This means it is a unique brainstorming opportunity for ways and means to contribute to India's progress and development in the next 25 years, and the Government of India is treating it with that much seriousness. You have all been a critical part of the India story, and in the next 25 years, your role will be even more important. For our associations who have been engaged in numerous activities related to education and empowerment of our compatriots here and back home in India, this will be definitely a great opportunity. The PBD convention will be held over 3 days. The first day dedicated to the youth PBD, which focuses on the young diaspora and their ideas and vision. Many of you, the young people here in the associations, will find this day really useful. The second day will be the grand inauguration, which I just mentioned, by Honorable Prime Minister. The second and third day both will be filled with panel discussions and many other activities. And of course, there will be Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Awards, the ceremony which is held during this convention. The PBSA, as it is called, is a quintessential part of PBD, and as you are aware, the award is conferred on meritorious Pravasis for their excellence in various sectors like contributing to India's causes and interest abroad, furthering India's relationship with the other countries, public service, community welfare, professional excellence, and art and culture. We have 2 PBSA awardees formerly from Kuwait, as you all know. Previously awarded, the Indian Doctors Forum, IDF, was awarded in 2013, and Sri Rajpal Tyagiji, who has joined us virtually today, was awarded in 2019. Tyagiji has joined, as I just said, and we will hear his experiences of PBD a little later in this program. Of course, anything to do with India is incomplete without arts, culture, cuisine, and all that will be on full flow and show, of course, spectacularly in the beautiful state of Madhya Pradesh. And all those associations here who have been so active in the last 2 years despite COVID and all the constraints, especially in the promotion of art and culture, I'm sure you will find many things of interest during PBD there. And this is happening in Madhya Pradesh, as the state prides itself in calling the heart of India, and rightly so, I would say. This is a part of India which is often unexplored by many Indians. Definitely NRIs must have seen much lesser of this state. So the torrid waters of Narmada, the rugged hills of Vindhyas, the ravines of Bundelkhand, the ancient caves of Bhimbetka, the holy abode of the Mahakal at Ujjain, and the awe-inspiring art and architecture of Khajuraho and Mandsaur. These are the only few things that I have mentioned. Of course, the rejuvenating natural treasures of the national parks and sanctuaries like Bandhavgarh and Panna. Apart from Indore itself, the host city, which has been, as you know, awarded the cleanest city of India under the Swachh Bharat campaign for 6 consecutive years. And you would be surprised to know nice Kuwait connection with it, because the company which took part in this contract was originally Indian, and their India arm has been the one which was associated with Indore and Swachh Bharat since the very beginning. And now, of course, it is well known, and the company also is well established, national cleaning company, NCC Kuwait. And of course, all over India, in different towns and cities, the pattern of Indore model as they call it, is now being replicated. This connection of Madhya Pradesh and Indore, what is there to do, what is there to see, and of course what is there to eat. My colleague Mrs. Anchita Ketwas will elaborate later in her presentation about Indore and Madhya Pradesh. As maybe some of you are aware, she herself is from Indore, so you can direct some of your questions to her. So all in all, it will be a global networking event with unparalleled access and experiences. I urge each one of our associations to send a team to Indore. We are looking forward to have a large delegation from Kuwait, matching the level of energy and enthusiasm that has been on display here and that I have personally seen in the last 2 years. So I hope a large delegation is put together by all of you. All the office bearers of association will take the lead in it. You can register as a group leader, the presidents of the association, and under that one group leader, your whole group could be listed. More about this registration and all the logistics formalities will be dealt by Dr. Vinod Gaikwad, first secretary, during his presentation. Let me conclude by thanking you all for joining us today. And those of you who have registered already, thank you. And I'm sure you will have a great experience in Indore. We are here at the embassy to reply to any of your queries. I know there have been some issues with some of the processes, but we are constantly in touch with the ministry. We will take care of those issues. We have already been doing. And let me just conclude this by saying that, this is a priority for the embassy, for the External Affairs Ministry, and also for the Government of India. So it will be a great experience for you all, I'm sure, and we are looking forward to the Kuwait delegation going there and coming back and sharing their experiences with us. So let me remind you all before I finish that on 26th, that is Saturday, we will have the Constitution Day program here in the Embassy Auditorium. As you know, this is a holy occasion for all citizens of India. So I invite you all once again to join us on 26th November, Saturday at 10 a.m. With that, let me thank you again, and over to Ms. Ba. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Let us now watch the video message of our Honorable External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, on the 17th Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas.
Dear diaspora friends, I welcome you all to the 17th Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas Convention 2023. The tradition of recognizing our diaspora and their achievements was started 2 decades ago by the then Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Since 2003, we have been celebrating the Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas on 9 January to mark the return of Mahatma Gandhi from South Africa on this day in 1950. Our ties with the diaspora have been rejuvenated year after year. The unprecedented difficulties faced during the pandemic have only further strengthened our unique bonds. Even during such testing times, our diaspora displayed great devotion and commitment towards their motherland. In 2021, we had to hold the Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas convention virtually. After 4 years since our meeting in Varanasi in 2019, we are once again organizing the physical, in-person Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas with renewed vigor in India's cleanest city, Indore, in Madhya Pradesh, from 8 to 10 January 2023. Honorable Pradhan Mantri Ji will be inaugurating the event, while Honorable Rashtrapati Ji will be presiding over the valedictory session. India has been celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav with the landmark 75 years of independence. We are now embarking on the golden period of Amrit Kal, where in the next 25 years, the nation will move forward towards achieving an Atmanirbhar Bharat and implementing Panch Pran. We are also celebrating the contribution of diaspora in Indian freedom struggle to the first ever digital exhibition being showcased at the PBD convention in Indore. During the forthcoming convention, the diaspora will have the opportunity and platform to share its ideas and sentiments about India's future development. Indore is known for its signature cuisine, its rich cultural heritage and historical architectural marvels, as well as its exotic natural wonders. This will be an opportunity for you to experience the beauty and diverse culture of the state of Madhya Pradesh. I invite you and urge all my diaspora brothers and sisters to visit India and participate in the Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas convention in Indore. This convention will be a milestone in your journey towards witnessing the new India shaping up for the future 25 years of Amrit Kal. Jai Hind.
Thank you. May I now request Pravasi Bharatiya Divas awardee, Shri Rajpal Tyagi, to share his experience with us. He has joined us online. I request you to take over, sir. Sir, you're not audible.
My journey
Yes.
with I will share my journey with all of you. As Charge the Affairs and the anchor of the program mentioned that this is the 17th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, which we are celebrating in Indore on 8th, 9th, and 10th of January. Now, 15 PBD were celebrated physically, and the 16th was celebrated virtually, which was because of Corona. I am fortunate enough that I have attended almost 10 of these PBD convention, which started in 2003 at the time of our then Honorable Prime Minister Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. Now, I will share that why should we go and visit and attend these events. Let me share, it's a once in a lifetime experience because I migrated, say, 40 years back to Kuwait. Some of us came 6 years back, and some maybe plus 6 years to Kuwait. But when you visit any convention, you come to see that there are people from 3 generations, 4 generations, whether it's Fiji, it's West Indies or Guyana, and those people, 3, 4 generation or maybe more, have migrated to those places, and they all come in large number. And then once you meet them and you share your experience, I can assure you it's the beyond your imagination. We cannot imagine what a nice and great experience this is. You see people, what difficulties they faced when they went. We only remember, or it's in our mind, what difficulties we faced when we came to this country. But once you listen and share the experiences, good or bad, you really, it's an eye opener. Not only this experience, I would say last convention which I attended was 2019, because 2021 was held virtually only. And at that time, it was approximately 8,000 delegates, plus 8,000 delegates, which attended. It's a mega event. So first of all, you travel and you meet lot of people, and government of India really go out of the way to make this arrangement for all the guests and all the, I should say, Indians which are holding the Indian passports or the other documents which of Indian origin. The another thing, there are lots of seminars happens. So where there's a, for the business activities, for their export, import, manufacturing, trading, and you attend those conventions, and there are certain ideas which are not known to us. We come to know at that time. Not only there, it doesn't stop there. Similarly, you interact with lots of people. So when you interact and you feel that there is a partner who has something of your interest, it could be of business, it could be art, it could be culture. So all these, I would say, opportunities comes in front of you, and then it's up to us that what do we adopt. Like previous speakers already mentioned that why we celebrate or why this convention is held, because the first immigrant, Shri Mahatma Gandhi ji, returned on this day to India, and in honor, in 2003, at that time, our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, has started this convention. And now our current Prime Minister has taken it to another height. Under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, when I attended 2019 convention, it was an amazing, I would say, hospitality. And then towards the end of the event, we all were taken to Kumbh Mela in Prayagraj, which is a lifetime experience that millions, it's the largest carnival takes place on the earth. Similarly, this time when we all are heading towards Ujjain, there, first of all, Madhya Pradesh itself, it has lots of opportunity or to see the history and the architecture. And very recently, the temple of Mahakal, which is in Ujjain, and we all will get the opportunity to visit. It's what I have seen in the videos and through the TVs. It's amazing. So if like we see that there are about 300 plus association in Kuwait, if we even try to request or one person, one representative from each association, I'm sure that there will be more than 300 people going, and that will be the largest delegation going from one country. So we should give a consideration and we should make an extra effort. Award winning is one thing. I was the fortunate that by God's blessing, I won that award in 2019. It's an honor. It's a great honor for any immigrant, for any person of Indian origin coming out and receiving this award by the Honorable President of India. But there are blessings, and I think there are the good wishes from all those people who are like sitting in front of me in this auditorium or have joined virtually. They are the equal shareholders and partners, because without the good wishes of friends and the people, you cannot get that kind of accolade or success in life. So my dear friends, I would humbly request, make an extra effort. And I forgot maybe one thing, that hospitality of Indore is world renowned. There are small little restaurants, roadside restaurants, big restaurants. So you will really experience a mouth watering hospitality of Indore. And the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh have gone extra mile to invite all of us. So as I was also facing some issues that while registering or booking the hotel or doing the travel booking, we might face some issues. But our Indian embassy is very active, and particularly Dr. Vinod Gaikwad is of additional help. That as and when there's an issue come, and if it is addressed within minutes or hours, it's resolved. So I would humbly again repeat my request and inspire all of you to come to Indore. Let's all go as one delegation and prove that we from Kuwait are making the largest representation of our country. With this, I would like to end my address, and Namaste India, Namaste Kuwait, Bharat Mata Ki Jai.
Thank you so much, Shri Rajpal Tyagi ji, for sharing your experience. And thank you so much for joining us at this time, even though it's quite late in India, where you are right now. Thank you. We will now screen a video on the 17th Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas Convention 2023.
In just a few months, the year 2023 is all set to start on a momentous note. To mark the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the 75th year of independence, our nation enters the Amrit Kal. India is all set to welcome its overseas Indian family to be part of the grand festival of Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas. The Indian diaspora abroad is passionate about their home country. The overseas Indian community has excelled and reached new heights across different fields. This community is a living bridge connecting India to the world and has been crucial for building a strong brand India. To mark the contribution of this vibrant community in the development of India, Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas is being organized from 8th to the 10th of January 2023. And which better city to host the 3-day festival other than Indore, located in the heart of India, Madhya Pradesh. The city took birth in the 16th century and in its modern avatar is a bustling hub of business and culture. Apart from being the financial capital of the state, Indore is the undisputed champion in cleanliness for 6 consecutive years in Swachh Bharat mission. Once the stronghold of the Holkars, Indore is the epicenter of food, culture and spirituality. Mahakal of Ujjain, Jyotirling of Omkareshwar, Ghats and Saris of Maheshwar, ancient forts of Mandu are just a few tourist places which can be visited from Indore. Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas is the flagship project of the Ministry of External Affairs to engage with the overseas Indian community to celebrate the achievements of the Indian diaspora. Ministry of External Affairs and Government of Madhya Pradesh are organizing the landmark 3-day event with the theme Diaspora, Reliable Partners for India's Progress in Amrit Kal. The event will be inaugurated by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, and on behalf of the people of Madhya Pradesh, Chief Minister Shri Shivraj Singh Chauhan will welcome the Indian diaspora. The 3-day convention will witness invigorating discussions, plenary sessions and cultural programs. To recognize the invaluable contribution of the Indian diaspora, Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Awards will be conferred by the President of India. Delegates can immerse in the true spirit of Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas through the digital exhibition showcasing contribution of Indian diaspora in India's freedom struggle. They will also get the opportunity to walk through and see glimpses of MP. An exhibition wherein the delegates can experience Madhya Pradesh's vibrant culture, economic potential and investment opportunities. This will be an opportunity to expand their international network and enable future collaboration. It won't just be all work. The delegates will also get pampered with Indian delicacies, especially in the savories of Malwa regional food. So you see how the 17th edition of the Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas is going to be bigger and better than ever before. So let's converge in this Amrit Kal at Indore from 8th to 10th of January to celebrate Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas. We welcome our overseas Indian family to come and explore the heart of incredible India.
Indeed, it will be a great experience for all the participants. May I now request Dr. Vinod Gaikwad, First Secretary and Head of Chancery, for a detailed presentation on PBT 2023 and its registration process. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Ba. Good evening, one and all. Good to see all of you once again in presence, as well as those who have joined virtually. I welcome all of you to today's presentation. We all have heard and understood that what is Pravasi Bharati Diwas, and you would have a lot of questions now. What is to be done to go there? So I'll just run you through all the modalities and the processes involved. In the registration of yourself or your association and to join, can we have the presentation on screen, please? To join Pravasi Bharati Diwas 2023 in Indore. Next, please. So I don't have to repeat it again now, how it started. The journey started in 2003, and this edition is 17th edition of Pravasi Bharati Diwas, which is to be held in Indore from 8 to 10 January 2023. Next, please. Many people have the questions of what is going to happen there. So this is a 3-day program, 3-day convention. The day 1 is dedicated for the youth. So we know that youth is the next generation for us, and very important for the Amrit Kal of India, the progress of India in Amrit Kal. So we have the first day dedicated for the youth Pravasi Diwas, Bharati Diwas. And these are the few segments which will be there, which we will have as a part of the program on the first day. So Youth Pravasi Bharati Diwas will be inaugurated on the first day. There will be a plenary session, role of diaspora youth in innovations and new technologies. Then there will be lunch hosted by the Honorable Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports. And of course, as it is happening in the Madhya Pradesh, so there will be a cultural program by the state of Madhya Pradesh. And of course, at the day will end by the dinner hosted by Honorable Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. So this is the program for the first day. Next, please. Thank you. Second day, 9th January 2023, that is Monday. The inauguration of 17th Pravasi Bharati Diwas Convention 2023 will happen. PBD inaugural session followed by the lunch hosted by Honorable Prime Minister of India. Then the second plenary session on the topic harnessing the potential of women diaspora entrepreneurs towards an inclusive approach to nation building. And followed by the third plenary session, the leveraging the soft power of India, goodwill through craft, cuisine and creativity. We all know how Indian cuisine is popular in the Gulf and in Kuwait also. So this plenary session will focus on that, how to leverage the soft power of India. Followed by the cultural program, and then dinner hosted by the Honorable Minister of External Affairs on that day for all the delegates. Next, please. Coming to the third day. Thank you. The third day will begin by plenary session, 4th, that is enabling global mobility of Indian workforce, role of Indian diaspora. Followed by this plenary session on the role of Indian diaspora in promoting Indian healthcare ecosystem in Amrit Kal, Vision 2047. Of course, and all this, a lot of discussions will happen during these plenaries, and this will be followed by the lunch hosted by Honorable Governor of Madhya Pradesh. And on the last day, that is third day, the Pravasi Bharati Convention will end with a valedictory session and Pravasi Bharati Samman Award ceremony. And the dinner will be hosted by the President of ICCR, Indian Council for Cultural Relations. So this is the program. I have already enlisted the plenary sessions. There are going to be 5 plenary sessions in 3 days, and these are the focus on various areas. starting from youth, women, diaspora entrepreneurs, soft power, mobility of Indian workers, and then the role of Indian diaspora in promoting India's healthcare. Now I will run you through, next please. Now I will run you through the actual modalities, how to register. So there are 4 steps. This is the Pravasi Diwas 2023 website, which was launched last month by the Honorable External Affairs Minister and the Honorable Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. You have to go to this website. This website is pbdindia.gov.in, where when you click on register now, on the extreme left of mine, so on your extreme right. So there you see that, can you have the next slide please? If you click on that, you go to this slide, this page, that is group, register as a group or register as an individual. Next please. I will narrate the benefits of registering as a group. What will be considered as a group for the registration? A minimum of 10 members are required to register as a group. And only one person can register himself as a group coordinator along with the minimum 10 members' name in PDF or Word format to be, or doc format, docx, XLS, in these formats to be uploaded on this website. So first you click on pbdindia.gov.in/register now. Then you select as a register as a group, click on register, fill in the necessary details. What are those details? Your name, your passport number, your nationality, and your date of birth. All these details will be needed. And this will be filled by the group coordinator. And you have to mention your email and name very specifically, because you will get the email on your email, whatever email you will mention, you will get the written email on that mail, confirming your presence, your registration. And then you have to submit that document on the website, document of the group registration. What will happen after this? As a group, if you register on the website as a group coordinator, the Ministry of External Affairs from New Delhi, they will send one group coupon code and the name of the group coordinator to the embassy, which will come to us. Then we will contact the group coordinator. Group coordinator will be told to give us the names of all the members in particular format. There is a format. The serial numbers, name, passport number, nationality, all these things are there. So in that format, that you have to submit it to us. Then the unique code will be given to you, to the group coordinator. Using that group code, unique code, coupon code, you have to individually register on the website again, so that you will get the 25% discount in the fees, in the registration fees. And the registration fees covers 3 days meals, lunch and dinner in Indore. When you go there, when you register and visit in Indore during Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas convention, the registration fees covers that part, the food part it covers. So this is the process for the group registration. I hope I am clear. The last date for the group registration is 30th of, before I go to the individual registration, I will finish this part, the 30th of November. So today is 24th. So we have 6 more days to register as a group. As of now, many of our associations have registered. But those who have not done registration so far, I urge them and invite them to register themselves through their presidents or secretaries as group coordinators, and then the further process can be initiated, and embassy will be there at every step to help you out in that case. Now coming to the individual registration. Individual registration is very straightforward. You are registering yourself as an individual. There could be 3 categories. Indian national, yes, Indian nationals. Those who are in India, they also can join this PBD convention. Non-resident Indians and person of Indian origin. The most of the people in Kuwait will fall in the non-resident Indian category. Again, they have to fill those details. Individual, register as an individual, choose your category. Let's say you are a non-resident Indian, then your details will have to be filled. And you don't have to upload any data here, I mean paper as such, PDF or any document, you don't have to upload. You just have to register and that's it. You will get the confirmation. So this is about the registration, the step 1. The registration involves, as I said, there is a 25% discount for the group registration, so it involves the payment. So what is the payment process? all major cards from Indian and international banks are accepted. We have 4 options for payment: debit or credit cards, internet bank, and UPI. 3 options, my apologies. You need to first select the payment gateway, and there are 3 payment gateways: State Bank of India, Axis Bank, and Bank of Baroda. These are only 3 payment gateways. It doesn't mean that only these 3 banks are allowed for the payment. No. These are payment gateways through which we will access the payment mode. Then a payment gateway will only facilitate payment transactions. And after selecting payment gateway, you can find the 3 payment options: debit or credit card, internet bank, and UPI. You have to fill in all the details. For the Indian banks, we all have the account back home in India. So for Indian bank, we have 4 options: internet banking, debit card, MasterCard, Mastro, Visa, or RuPay; credit card, MasterCard, Visa, Amex, or RuPay; or UPI, which is very popular nowadays. So we can utilize any of these services through those payment gateways and through your particular bank. Any bank is fine. Once you clear that payment gateway, you can pay the money through any bank. For users of international banks, international debit cards like MasterCard, Mastro, and Visa, and credit card like MasterCard, Visa, Amex, and Mastro are valid. Next, please. So registration fees. What is the registration fees? So here are the details. For individual registration, 5,000 rupees for 1 day, which covers, as I said, all the meals in Indore when you are there. 7,500 rupees, Indian rupees, for any 2 days, and Indian rupees 10,000 for 3 days. For a person of Indian origin, it is in dollars: $100 for 1 day, 150 US dollars for 2 days, $200 for 3 days. As I said, if you go in group, then you will get, each person will get, as a part of their member of the group, you will get 25% discount. Let's say you register as a part of the group, then the 10,000 rupees will reduce to 7,500 rupees individually. And there are a lot of questions about the group discounts. Yeah. So if there are 10 to 50 members of the group, then there is total discount applicable 25%. If the group is more than 51 but below 100, then it is 50%. And then 20% discount registration fees for early registration, which can be done before 30th November. But there is a catch: early registration discount and group registration discount cannot be availed together. And in any case, the refund will not be given. If you register and you don't go, then the refund will not be availed, cannot be availed. Can we move to the 3rd step? Now, once imagine that you have registered successfully as a group or individual. Now, when you have to go there, you need an accommodation there. So what do you have to do for the accommodation? Then again, the PBD accommodation, all the accommodation is being coordinated through the accommodation portal. This is the portal, pbdaccommodation.mptourism.com. So this website is one-stop solution for all the needs of the community who wants to attain the PBD 2023. Recently, the MP Tourism has slashed the rates of the hotel also, as per the request of diaspora. So rates have also come down. And then the step 4, once the accommodation you have booked, you will get the login ID and password, and through which you have to register, log in, and select the room as per your requirement. From 5-star to 2-star hotels are available there. But at Indore, accommodation is limited. There is a limited accommodation availability. So I request all of you, those who want to go there, they should register as early as possible and book their accommodation. There are few more, if you have any queries, you can address those queries regarding accommodation to events@overseastravels.co.in, as well as there is a helpline given by the Ministry of External Affairs and MP Tourism. There is a WhatsApp number also which is available 24/7 for the accommodation queries. Now coming to the transportation arrangements, MP Tourism Development Corporation has also offered to arrange the transportation for shuttling from Indore Airport to hotels or to the event venue. And these are the details. You can request them for the necessary transport there, and they will provide it. So that's the end of my presentation. I hope you are clear about the registration, selecting accommodation, transportation and the login process and payment process. If you have any questions, I will be more than happy to answer those. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for the comprehensive presentation. May I now request Mrs. Anshita Ketwas, Second Secretary, Commerce, to give a presentation focusing on tourism opportunities in Madhya Pradesh. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Ba. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. I'll give a brief presentation on Indore. Next slide, please. Indore offers a perfect blend of heritage and modern culture. The city offers a variety of tourist places to visit, including majestic palaces, coexisting with lip-smacking food. Its signature cuisine, found at Sarafa Bazaar, is popular across the nation. Numerous Maratha-era architectural marvels are sprinkled in the city. Indore is the largest city in Madhya Pradesh and is ranked as the cleanest city in India for the 6th consecutive year. The city has reserved its place in the first 20 cities to be developed as the smart cities in India. Next. Tourism in Indore, Rajwada. The mammoth 7-storied palace, a combination of Maratha, Mughal, and French architectural style, reaches out to the sky from the chaotic lanes of bazaars in the heart of the old city. Rajwada is subdivided into 2 major parts. One part of it is a temple and another part is a grand palace. Built by the Holkars of Maratha dynasty, the Rajwada palace is situated in the proximity of the Chhatris. The palace remains crowded by the locals and outsiders throughout the year. Lal Bagh Palace. If you wish to catch a glimpse of the ancient Indore during the reigns of Holkars, this palace deserves a crucial place in your travel itinerary. With its detailed architecture and spectacular surrounding, it has bagged a name among the popular places to visit in Indore. Perched on the banks of Khan River, the palace depicts the lifestyle of Holkars. Next. Krishnapura Chhatris. The beautiful Chhatris of Krishnapura and Bolia Sarkar are located on the banks of Khan River. The Chhatris are distinguished by their soaring pyramidical spires, which take on the magical quality when illuminated at night. Krishnapura Chhatri is located just 500 meters from Rajwada Palace. Ralamandal Wildlife Sanctuary. In addition to its fascinating history, Indore is home to a wide variety of flora and fauna. The renowned Ralamandal Wildlife Sanctuary is a visual delight for nature lovers and trekkers, and visiting the sanctuary is one of the top things to do in Indore. Eucalyptus, bamboo, teak, babul, and chandan trees decorate its thriving kingdom, which is also home to deer, rabbits, leopards, blue bull, sambar, and unique bird species. Patalpani Waterfall. Patalpani is surrounded by extensive forest covers, beautiful hills, clear skies, and rich green landscapes. When the water flows at its maximum, the 300-foot tall falls unleash thundering jets of white water. During the rainy season, the pristine beauty of this place multiplies and offers the most surreal views. Spiritual tourism in Indore. Apart from the natural and historical palaces, Indore offers many spiritual and pilgrim places for tourism. The Bada Ganpati has one of the biggest statues of Lord Ganpati in the world. Khajrana Ganesh Temple is also very popular. Annapurna Temple, which is inspired from the Meenakshi Temple, is a Dravidian-style temple in Indore. Indore, which is located 55 kilometers from Ujjain, is the city of temple. The major attraction is Mahakaleshwar Jyotirling. Some other temples to visit in Indore are Harsiddhi Temple, Gopal Temple, Mangalnath Temple, Kal Bhairav, etc. Street foods of Indore. Apart from its rich heritage, the city is also very popular for its mouth-watering culinary experience. Indore is no less than a paradise for foodies. The signature dishes like poha jalebi, mawa bati, and bhutte ka kees are popular among the nation. A visit to Indore is incomplete without having scrumptious food at the city's Sarafa Bazaar and Chappan Dukan. You may find a wide range of snacks, chaat, candies, meals, hot dog, momos, and hot and cold drinks, including coffee, tea, and milkshakes, all in one locations at these markets, which are humming with activity. Some tourism places around Indore, Mandu and Dhar. You can visit the temples of Mandu, which is approximately 100 kilometers away from Indore. The city houses some great forts, grand forts like Jahaj Mahal, Hindola Mahal, Hoshang Shah's tomb, Zami Masjid, Ashrafi Mahal, etc. Dhar district, which is also 100 kilometers away from Indore, can be visited to explore the Bagh Caves, a rock-cut Buddhist shrine situated in the Narmada Valley on the banks of Baghini River. How to reach Indore? By air. The airport in Indore is just located 10 kilometers on the west of the city, and flights are available every day from major cities in India. By road, it is connected by National Highway NH3 and NH59. The bus stand, it is very well connected by road. By train, Indore railway station is well connected to all the major cities of the country, and several trains are running up and down to Delhi and Mumbai. I welcome all of you to participate in the Pravasi Bharatiya Diwas in the beautiful city of Indore. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for the beautiful presentation. I would like to once again call upon Dr. Vinod Gaikwad, First Secretary and Head of Chancery, to present the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Ms. Ba. I would like to express my gratitude towards all the associations who have joined here in physical format as well as in virtual format, also on Facebook Live. It is a matter of satisfaction that a lot of people have registered from Kuwait, but we look forward to have more and more numbers from Kuwait. And actually, we can have one of the biggest delegations from Kuwait. In the past, it has happened, and once again, we can repeat that. It's an opportunity for us to interact there. If any request is there for the interaction with the ministers, etc., that also can be facilitated from our side if the numbers are in big numbers, in good numbers. So with this, we'll conclude today's meeting. Thank you so much. I express once again the gratitude to our media friends who came here and covered our event. Thank you so much. I'll be happy if you have any questions to address those.